people of a certain age, who much of this film is directed at, no matter what the critics might say, could well remember a certain minor controversy that happened when we got the Super Mario Galaxy game all the way back in 2007 on the Nintendo Wii. 2007. That really does hit you in the mortality. Now, I say a minor controversy because back in those days, we just didn't have mass outrages on Twitter or legions of people screaming about innocuous things and protesting at absolutely everything. They want to get changed and change.org petitions to make people feel powerful. We just got on with things. For those that don't know, what I'm talking about is the logo. Upon close examination of Super Mario Galaxy logo, it was discovered that the bright little stars, or the kind of specular highlights, were on specific letters. To be precise, they were on the letters U, R, M, R, G, A, Y. You are Mr. Gay. Now, obviously, we found this hilarious. Whether or not it was a cheeky jape by the graphic designer that made it through the check-in process. I mean, it's sort of like the cheeky references that were in the early Disney animated films. Or it could even be just pure coincidence, pure hilarious coincidence. Maybe we will never know. But ironically, gay would be one of the words I would use to describe Super Mario Galaxy the movie. Not in a homosexual sense. This movie is far too vapid and empty to be used as any kind of ideological message. That's probably why the critics hate it. But in the traditional sense, like this, gay derived from gaiety, because it's a kids' film. Now, that's not to say that adult Nintendo nerds won't get anything out of it at all. In fact, the film is full to the brim with Easter eggs from the Mario series and the other games in the Nintendo family. Nearly every frenetic frame is filled with things for you to notice, and I'm sure that even more will be found upon repeat viewings. There's a couple of blink and miss it moments that I need to check myself, including a pointer to a possible Metroid movie. Let's get through the plot, minus spoilers. I mean, there's not much of it, so it's not going to take long. Far away from the Mushroom Kingdom, Princess Rosalina, played by Brie Larson, is kidnapped by Bowser's estranged son, imaginatively named Bowser Jr., who's trying to live up to and impress his father. Of course, Bowser Sr. is still being held a shrunken prisoner by Princess Peach, undergoing something of a rehabilitation. Upon finding out about Rosalina getting kidnapped, Princess Peach goes off to rescue her, leaving our brothers and newly discovered Yoshi to guard the reptilian former warlord. Of course, things go south quickly when Bowser Jr. shows up, leading to a zany but rote adventure of hijinks and shenanigans, with the film switching focus between Peach and her journey, and the Mario brothers and their escapades, until it all comes together at the conclusion. Let's be honest, this film is not trying to be the Shawshank Redemption. It's not like the games were War and Peace, because it's for kids. So why all the hate? After all, poor Mario is being given an absolute kicking by the critics at the moment. It's to be expected, I suppose. They did the same to the last one as well. But what's the problem? Are they anti-Italian? Anti-plumber? Anti-fun? Who knows? Because, honestly, some of what they say I cannot dispute, such as it being ridiculously paced, never stopping for a moment, and completely eschewing the opportunity to address any of the themes it presents in any meaningful way, such as a son desperate to please his father. But again, it's a kids' film. You kind of make allowances for these things. I still enjoyed my 90 minutes as a Nintendo fan. Maybe they were outraged that it didn't make any commentary on the way that the Mushroom Kingdom reverted into chaos as soon as the men were left in charge, or nothing was mentioned about Fox's R-Wing or the Mario bikes guzzling gas. They must have been absolutely outraged when Peach batters the shit out of Nintendo's only canonically trans character, Birdo, in a hectic battle in a casino, which yet again is almost pure fan service. And of course, none of this actually matters, because it's a kids' film. Simple, bright and colourful, and not overstaying its welcome. Children will have a blast. Nintendo nerds will simply tolerate the simplicity and the nonsense as they are thrown bone after bone after bone from various games throughout the decades. I mean, we're looking at 40 years here. This is 40 years of Mario celebration. And therefore it's doing better than the Star Trek 60 years of Star Trek celebration already. And all of these throwbacks reminding you that you're old will bring a wry smile to your face, be they 8-bit, 16-bit or beyond. Every single one of the generations of video game are given a moment in the sun. Yes, even the old handheld Mr. Game & Watch. A Smash Brothers film can surely only be a matter of time. I also noticed that the voice acting was improved. Chris Pratt actually sounds like he gives a crap this time around. Charlie Day's Luigi has me wanting a Luigi's Mansion film, so he can take centre stage for a change. And Glenn Powell is perfect as Fox McCloud, even if I found something ever so slightly off-putting about his character design. Ultimately, despite the campaign by the media, Super Mario Galaxy, the movie, is going to make a crap ton of money. It's bright, colourful, relentless, and full of more Nintendo callbacks than you can throw a stick at, be they visual, or in the plot, or even in Brian Tyler's score. It's not clever. It doesn't attempt to be. It's pure ADHD video game riot as a movie. And that really is all you need to know. And in all honesty, it doesn't matter all that much, because this is a kids' film. What I will say, though, is they won't get away with this for Zelda. This is bright, colourful, zany, yet all that kind of stuff. Zelda needs to be a solid fantasy movie with an actual plot. But I have faith that Nintendo will come through on that one. Thanks for watching. I've been Critic, and I'll be back with another video soon.